In this video, I'm going to show you what our vacation to Chincoteague, Virginia was like. I'm going to show you the wild ponies. I'm going to show you the wildlife refuge and even the NASA Wallops visitor station. So you don't want to miss this one. So our first stop when we reached the island was to visit the Refuge Inn. This is a hotel, but they have a large pony pen on site. And for $1, you can get a bag of horse food. Our next stop was the Chincoteague National Wildlife Refuge. Today we're in Chincoteague Wildlife Refuge. We're going to do a short little trail called the Lighthouse Trail. So the lighthouse you see is actually called the Chincoteague Lighthouse, and it's constructed on the Virginia portion of Chincoteague Island, which is in the Chincoteague National Wildlife Refuge. This lighthouse was completed in 1867, and it's 142 feet high. So as we were driving along in the wildlife refuge, we got our first glimpse of horses from the roadside. You're going to often see the horses in a distance here. Also, be aware that the wildlife refuge does charge an admission fee. It's $10 a day, or you can use your America the Beautiful pass. Our plan next was to hike the Woodland Trail down to the pony viewing area. This is a super easy trail. You can bike on it as well, and it's paved. As you get close to the pony viewing area, you're going to veer off this trail, and you're going to go down a boardwalk section. My nephews had a lot of fun running. My son gave my nephew a piggyback ride just to get to the platform to view the horses. So we just started on the Woodland Trail, and then we ended up taking the loop that led to the pony overlook. And there really is a nice overlook where you can see a lot of the ponies off in the distance. And these are the same ones we saw from the view from the road, but this just gives you a lot better vantage point. There were some glossy ibis out there. If you visit the Chincoteague National Wildlife Refuge, there are 7 different hiking trails here. So there's certainly lots to do in terms of hiking. We saw lots of people biking the park roads. There's some bike trails. There's also an opportunity to drive through a wildlife drive if you're not able to get out of your car and hike. We decided that we would visit the visitor center here, and then when we're done, we're going to walk down and check out the beach area. If you come here in the summer months, there are beautiful beaches to sit and enjoy and swim. After spending the morning at the Wildlife Refuge, we decided to go visit NASA Wallops. So tucked away on Virginia's eastern shore is the NASA Wallops Flight Facility, and there's a visitor center that you can tour. But basically, since its beginning, NASA Wallops has launched more than 16,000 rockets carrying science experiments, technologies, satellites. It's completely free to get in here and visit the Flight Facility Visitor Center. You can also view rocket launches several times a year. They'll do resupply missions for the International Space Station and things like that. We've actually viewed some of the rocket launches from the Delaware Seashore State Park in Delaware, but you can actually watch them right here at Wallops as well. I would say this museum's on the smaller side. Maybe you're going to spend an hour tops here, if even that, with walking around, looking at all the outside rockets and then the inside facility. And then there's also a rooftop viewing area, and they have a small gift shop as well. We were here over spring break week, so it was pretty crowded with families and kids checking out the museum. So the entire family agreed that the highlight of the trip was a tour we took with Up the Bay Pony Tours. So our captain has lived on the island since childhood. He knew every one of the ponies' names, and it was amazing, all the different spots he took us to. So I'm going to show you some of that footage of the beautiful ponies. And in this, you're going to see some ponies that are just a few days old, some foals that were just born, which was pretty amazing. I really think that seeing the ponies by boat offers just such a unique experience. You can get a lot closer for photographs and for viewing, and then you're also not disturbing the ponies because you're on the water, they're on the land. So you'll notice every one of these ponies has a number on them, and that's because they manage the herd here in a unique way in Virginia. They gather up the ponies in July and they do a pony swim, and they get them to the fire company where they auction off the ponies for sale. They do keep several of them to replenish the herd, but it's a pretty neat experience, and you can actually buy one of these Chincoteague ponies. Our tour guide told us that the average pony goes for about $3,500. So if you've seen my videos on Chincoteague Island National Seashore, the horses there are managed a little bit differently than the horses in Chincoteague. If you've seen my Chincoteague videos, the horses can go in the parking lot, they can walk on the street, they can go anywhere they want. Here at Chincoteague, the horses are separated by a north and a south herd, and then they are enclosed in a huge area, but with fencing. So if you ever find yourself in Chincoteague, Virginia, we highly recommend Up the Bay Pony Tours. I also want to show you this fun place that the kids went called Pony Up. They had these slushies filled with candy that the kids loved. So coming to Chincoteague Island for a few days over spring break was just perfect. The teenagers loved it, the little kids loved it, my sister and I really enjoyed it. And if you want to see about our little glamping cottage that we stayed in, be sure to check out the other video on my channel page. I'm going to wrap up with this video, which is some photographs I took of the horses. Thanks for watching, everybody.